Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, you're going to have Frankie. Frankie is from Sheffield in England, in the UK. So let's see what Frankie has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Frankie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for inviting me to do it.
So tell me, how was your day today?
Yeah, it's been good. I've had a free day from. I've had childcare today, so I've just been
Oh,
out about skateboarding, that kind of thing. You can see I've got a white line on my forehead that I've tried to cover up to the best of my abilities.
so how old is your child?
She's just turned 1, so
Oh
you
my God.
might hear her in background. She's just trying
It's
to
okay.
sleep at the minute, but now we're doing this. She's decided that she wants to wake up.
So tell me, what was the highlight of your day today?
To be honest, just getting out of the house, it's been we've been struggling with childcare recently due to a childminder issue. That's another story.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm appreciating my free time at the minute, to be honest.
I see. And where are you from, Frankie?
Sheffield, England.
Born and raised?
Yeah, I've lived here all my life.
So tell me something interesting about Sheffield that stands out compared with other places in the UK, in your opinion.
Well, I think the main thing is we're known for the one of the best steelworks in the country. We're known as the City of Steel, which is pretty interesting. There's a lot of engineering firms and that kind of thing. But yeah, apart from that, there's a lot of music culture. Obviously, we've got Arctic Monkeys and Pulp and Def Leppard, just to name a couple. So yeah, it's pretty interesting city, to be honest.
Amazing. Okay, so let's start the interview talking about your career as a musician, as a singer. I was checking your profile a little bit and I could see some of your videos. So tell me how everything came along, how everything started.
Well, I've played guitar pretty much since I can remember, to be honest. So I've always had music in my life. My mum has always been in more like rock and punk kind of side, whereas my dad's more a bit into more 80s kind of music. So I've kind of grew up around all kinds of genres, so I love all kinds of music. And then that just basically led to me playing guitar and being in and out of bands, and just ended up writing songs myself.
Mm-hmm. And you, when you were in the band, you were singing as well or just playing the guitar?
At the time, I was just playing guitar, but I was writing songs.
But right now, do you sing as well?
Yeah, I'm singing at the moment. It's just easier. You don't have to rely on other people.
I see. And do you think that Sheffield, it's a place where you could, for musicians, for artists, it's a good place to be?
It's all right. The music scene for local stuff is not as good as it could be.
Mhm.
It's not like London's the place to be for that kind of thing, but it's good enough. There's a lot of open mic nights and that kind of thing. There's a lot of nightlife, but other than that, it's a tough place to be honest, when you're upcoming musician.
I see. Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of view?
I'm ready as I'm ever going to be, yes.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. From the fun questions. So what I'm
Okay.
going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first
Yeah.
question, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do it. All right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, you don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, first question is, when was the last time that you cried and why?
The last time I cried was finding out Ozzy Osbourne had passed away.
Wow.
Yeah, a big influence on my life, and not just his music, him personally, I've found very relatable. I've got ADHD, so I find him a very. You kind of watched him going. I weren't the only person that had that kind of mindset. But yeah,
Right.
that was the last time.
Wow. And you are kind of person that cries very easily or not?
I'm quite an emotional person, yeah, to be honest. I get very attached to things, and I'm quite an emotional person.
And you always been this way?
Yeah, I think, like I say, I've got ADHD, so I think that is a big factor. But I just care. I'm a quite caring person, so it's hard for
Hmm.
me to like let go of things.
Yeah, I think when you are emotional people, when you know it's you get hit easily with things. Can be some, as you said about you know the past of you know Ozzy Osbourne, or could be other things as well. That when you and when you have ADHD, it helps as well somehow because it's all connection about you know our personality. Let's put
Yeah,
it this way.
definitely,
Yeah,
100%.
amazing. Next question. Let's do it. Next question is, what did your parents do that comforts you the most?
I think in a way, me and my dad, there's a comfort there because we're very similar.
Okay.
And sometimes it can be kind of like I'm talking to myself, which
Right.
is a bad thing and a good thing at the same time because you don't always get the answer you want.
Right.
And then, whereas my mum is kind of the opposite, where she tells you everything you want to hear in a good way.
Uh-huh.
And it's the very contrasting opinions. So that's what I like. That's a really comforting thing to me, knowing that I've got that, like the
Support.
opposites in their answers.
And do you have siblings as well or not?
No, I'm an only child.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Spoiled or what? What do you think?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say spoiled. We didn't really have a lot of money growing up. It was one of
Uh-huh.
them. If I wanted something, maybe not this week, next week. I didn't have a lot of. I got things I wanted, birthdays, Christmas, that kind of thing. But there were never many like big blowouts of money or that kind of thing.
And your parents, they always support you regarding your music?
Oh yeah, 100%. Anything like um, I get latched onto hobbies very easily that I potentially give up in a few days. So they're used to me being very passionate about something and then totally not caring about it the next day. So they're very understanding.
Amazing. Yeah, I think when you know you have the support of your parents, a big plus because you just feel safe. You feel can go just go for it because you know they hold your back.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing. And they live Sheffield as well right now?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I see. Next question. Let's do it. Before the next question, Frankie, tell me what do you like the most about being a musician? What do you like the most about your career? And the flip side, what do you find most challenging?
The best thing about it is the total freedom of it. For me, it's more like a diary. Uh,
Mhm.
I did journalism for a couple of years, so to me, songwriting is a really good release, and it's more of a Bob Dylan came up with a good quote, and it was someone asked him why he does it, and he says because no one says you can't do it, and that is very accurate to my life also. But the worst thing about it is it's a really tough industry to get into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, talking about Bob Dylan, I've been to his concert a few years ago in
Oh,
Lisbon.
really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen him. I saw him at Hyde Park when he was young, and I'm seeing him at the end of this year also.
Yes, a friend of mine, he's a big fan of Bob Dylan. And actually, he was the one who introduced me to him because I never knew about his
Right.
career.
Okay. Yeah.
He literally educated me the whole, you know, career of Bob Dylan. Did you like the movie?
Yes and no, but I'm very obsessed with Bob Dylan to the point where I could point out a lot of mistakes in the film. But overall, I enjoyed it.
I see. Okay. My friends, I'm talking about, he watched 3 times when it came out. All right. Next question is, if you could ask for a miracle, what that would be?
My miracle is my dream, which is to become a musician. So I can't say anything else other than that.
I see. Tell me the moment, Frank, that you realized that, okay, I was born to be a musician, to be involved in music. So tell me, there was a moment in your life, or somehow you just kind of understood through it?
Yeah, I'd say so. My first gig was Green Day. I don't know if you know the band Green Day. I
Yeah,
saw them at 13-year-old, and it was just that kind of spark. I saw them on stage, and that is what I wanted to do. Up till that point, I'd not had any idea, and then since then, I've not been able to stop thinking about anything else. It's been the only constant in my life.
Oh, wow. And for you growing up, did you, as you said about, the bands, did you kind of have time where, you could practice your music every day or sometimes at school, or how was for you during the time growing up relate to music?
Yeah, it's I pick up my guitar every single day. I take it on holiday with me if I can. So
Mhm.
there's never been anything that's ever hindered that process. But
Right.
it so I force it if not anything else. I'm not myself if I've not been a musician that day. Let's call it.
And what's the best joy of being Frankie? What do you like the most about being you?
Right now, I'm loving being a dad.
Okay. And why is that?
I think it teaches you a lot about yourself. It forces you to go through things that you wouldn't expect to go through, and especially I'm only 27. I never really, until I met my partner, I never imagined having kids.
Hmm.
Uh, and it's done a lot of positives for my life and taught me a lot about myself and also my parents realizing, looking back on me being a kid, like maybe I should have seen this different and that kind of thing.
And what's the meaning of life for you?
Happiness is the meaning of life to me. I've never worried about money or anything like that. As long as I'm happy, that's all I'm caring about.
And do you think happiness is a choice?
I think so, to a degree. I mean, right now we've not got much money. We get food on the table, and
Mhm.
that's about it. I'm happy with that. If I wake up every day, my fiance's happy, my daughter's happy. That's all I need, really.
Sweet, very sweet. Next question. Let's do it. Do you like dancing?
Uh, yeah. I want to say I'm good, but I do like dancing.
I see. Next question is, what does money mean to you?
Not much, to be honest. I've never lived my life thinking about money. I see it as more of a necessity than something I want, to be honest.
Do you think money can bring happiness?
Yeah, I think so. I think you need money to be happy to a degree. If homeless people aren't happy, so I think that's the only reason you can say. Well, I say homeless people aren't happy. I'm speaking for people there, but I think to an extent it can ruin lives, and obviously it can make them. I think it depends on the kind of person you are, really.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I think sometimes we feel shy to say that we like money. I think money is good if you know how to deal with, or if it doesn't get to a way in a way that you can lose yourself somehow. And I
Mm.
think it's good to money can bring opportunities, can bring things for you that just money can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And I
100%.
think yes, I think it's good in a certain degree, as you mentioned before. I think it's not everything, of course. It cannot bring happiness. However, money, it's good to have. It's good to be in a safe place as well. I
Yeah,
agree.
definitely. I agree with that.
Amazing. Next one. Let's do it. Okay, Frankie from England. Next question is, what's the best first date have you ever been on?
To be honest, that's a tough one because where I'm from, there's not really a dating culture. It's more of a slow process of talking a while, and then suddenly you're just spending time together. So I couldn't really name one, to be honest.
I see. And for you, of course, you have your miss, your fiance right now. So tell
Mhm.
me, how did you path cross for the first time? And I can see her behind you. Hello,
Yeah, you say hello.
hello. So
Yeah,
tell me,
we
how did you
met.
guys? Um,
Sorry, go on.
no, how did you guys met for the first time? Tell me, how did you pass cross?
We were both models at the time,
Oh
modeling
wow.
clothing and that kind of thing, and we did a collaborative group shoot around Sheffield, and yeah, and then she moved in after 3 days.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it was meant to be.
who fell in love first, in your opinion? Do you think between both of?
Definitely me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
What's your star sign astrology, Frankie?
Funnily enough, we're both Scorpio.
Oh my God, which day?
I'm 21st of November, and Jodie is the 26th of October.
I'm 17th of November. I'm Scorpio as well.
Oh, really? I love it.
When you're talking about emotions in the beginning, about your personality, I was like, there's something about Scorpio there that I could picture myself.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know, it's funny because I was talking to an astrologer a few years ago, and I think you know very well. I think Scorpio, we are very intense. We are very.
Yeah, yeah.
In the negative part, we can be very possessive as well, a bit jealous. You know what I mean? What's
Yeah.
ours is ours, but our feelings is always there. Tell me so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from your fiance?
Getting sober for me. She helped me a lot with that. At the time, I
Wow.
was in a really bad place with drugs and alcohol.
Wow.
And now I'm totally sober. I don't do anything now. So
That's amazing.
that were the biggest thing in my life.
Oh, wow. Are you okay to talk about it?
Yeah. I've always been open and honest about it.
Amazing. I think it's good to talk to help people as well. I think people watching this interview, they appreciate. My question for you is, you know, of course, you had the help of your fiance regarding that. But for you, what was the moment that you felt like, okay, I need to change my life. I need to change this journey. You know, there's something happen, or just through the help of your fiance, you kind of realized that?
Yeah, well, one thing and another, nothing to do with Jodie, but I ended up breaking my hand in 3 places,
Oh, wow.
which stopped me playing my guitar. And obviously, that weren't great for me at the time because my guitar is my anxiety relief, my depression.
Wow.
And it was then that I kind of went, I'm either going to be a junkie all my life or I'm going to be a musician. And I chose to be a musician at that point. But up and
Wow.
then it was I'd stop and I'd start, and then I didn't really have a full reason. But then
Mhm.
obviously I had my daughter, which is the biggest reason for me to stay sober.
That's amazing. Very good. Thanks for sharing. Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, before the next one, tell me 3 names of 3 artists that's for you always being a big inspiration for your music. 3 names.
Bob Dylan is my main one. A guy called Warren Zevon is an American artist. He's quite, I would say, uncommon in this country, but in America he's very popular. Oh, this is tough. And inspiration-wise, I'm into so much, it's so hard to name just 3. I'd have to say Johnny Cash.
Okay.
Johnny Cash was the first artist. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to change that. I've got to say the Beatles. Actually, it's got to be the
Okay.
Beatles.
I see. Okay, so let's pretend that, you know, the Beatles, they're still with us. Of course, Bob Dylan is here. And one day you're going to wake up in the morning, have 3 missed calls on your phone from those 3 you just mentioned right now. My question for you is, which one you call back straight away? Which one you send a message? I'll call you back later. And the third one, you don't call back, you don't send a message, just ignore them. Tough one.
I feel like, in a weird way, I'd ignore Bob Dylan because I feel like I'd say something so stupid, and he's such a complicated person that I don't think I'd understand the conversation anyway.
Right. By the way, he's watched this interview, by the way, okay? He's watching now.
Oh, I hope so. But like I said, I like that. I love the mysterious aspect of Bob
I
Dylan,
know.
and I think
Yeah,
having that conversation would take away from that.
I got it.
I would. That's tough.
Go.
I would text the Beatles and I would call Warren Zevon.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I had a singer here on the show not long ago, and I asked the same question to him, and he mentioned Bob Dylan as well. And he was a bit cheeky. He said, "William, I wouldn't call Bob Dylan because he wouldn't pick up anyway."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's kind of the way he is. You know what I mean? I was like, he wouldn't pick up the phone with it, so I wouldn't call him back because I know he wouldn't call. He wouldn't pick
Yeah,
up the
that
phone.
is very accurate. That.
Amazing. Next question is, talking about, you know, singers, tell me, who is your biggest idol and what has learned with this person?
I think I'd have to go Green Day for that, but Billy Joe Armstrong, singer of Green Day, I say he was the first person I looked at and went, wow, that guy's cool. That's what I want to be. So I'd have to say Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day.
Tell me the feeling, Frankie, when we are, you are playing your guitar, you are singing, you are performing. Tell me the feeling. What's going on through your mind, your body, your emotions when you are doing your passion?
It's kind of the opposite is what I'm not thinking really. Like I'm constant from the minute I wake up, I've got like a narrative going in my mind of things that have happened, things I'm gonna say, things that I'm never gonna even have that experience with. And when I'm playing my guitar, it's the only time that it's completely blank and I'm just focusing on that.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. 2 questions left. Let's do
Yeah.
this. Okay, next question is, what did you want to be growing up?
Ooh. Before wanting to be a musician, of course, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to be a lights and sounds engineer, funnily enough.
Wow.
So I wanted to do the stage production and all that kind of stuff. But that
Uh-huh.
faded very quickly, as you can imagine.
And when you think about your childhood memories, what's the best memory that comes to your mind, like straight away?
To be honest, I don't have many childhood memories. And not that I had a bad childhood, just that I just struggle to remember it.
Interesting, interesting. And growing up as the only child, at the time, did you think for you was a good thing, or for you, you felt like, okay, because having other friends, maybe you could have a sibling. How did you feel about it growing up? Do you remember?
When I was younger, I always wanted a sibling. But the older I got, the more I appreciated my own space. I don't think I'd have been able to be a musician if I had that.
Mm-hmm.
A good quote, Keith Richards, which is pretty accurate to musicians. He said, "An artist has a blank canvas, and a musician has silence."
Interesting. Wow.
So, yeah,
Okay, cool. Next question. Ready?
yeah.
Let's play the last question. Okay, but before the last question, you mentioned about writing songs. So my question for you is, for you to be able to write your songs, do you need to be inspired by, do you need to have those moments, do you have a schedule, or you just go with the flow? How does it work for you?
Sometimes a lot of my, again, it comes back to a journalism thing. A lot of it is usually inspired by some kind of thing that's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've wrote a couple about what was inspired by seeing things that are happening in Gaza and that kind of horrendous thing. But it's fueled mainly by anger that things aren't getting changed, which should be getting changed. But yeah, sometimes I'll sit there and try and write a song, or sometimes it would seem to just kind of fall out of the sky. And those are the ones that are always the best.
I see. Okay. And do you kind of, some songwriters, sometimes they prefer to write in the evening. There's a moment of the day that you feel more up for it, or it can happen anytime?
Now it can happen anytime because I'm up early. I'm pretty much up all day, but a lot of the time I do tend to write at night.
Okay, cool. Last question is, tough question now.
Oh.
Last question is, if someone gave you an envelope with your death date inside of it, would you open it or not, and why?
Definitely not. 100% not. I just feel that, and me and my fiance have this conversation a lot because she's into gypsies and fortune telling and all that kind of thing.
Right.
I'd rather not know, because as soon as you know, you're instantly going to start being different and changing your life. And
Yeah.
I'd rather not know. I just totally rather not know.
I totally agree with you. I would be very tempted, you know what I mean? If you be in
Oh,
front
definitely, yeah.
oh my God, I would know right now. But at the same time, I don't think I would be able, because if it would be for a very long time, I think I would be changing the way my journey. Totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Right, so it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay.
Start with money.
Waste.
Fear.
Motivating.
Family.
Love.
Life.
Meaningful.
Love.
Tough.
Religion.
Complicated.
Sex.
Ooh. I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't think of the word right now. Misleading.
Okay. Friendship.
Important.
Politics.
Important.
Okay. Did I say family or not? I got confused now. Did I say
Yeah.
family? Yeah, I
Yeah,
did. Okay.
said family, yeah.
One word for friendship.
I love.
Desire.
Lust.
Happiness.
Desirable.
One word for wish.
Wish. Really not good at doing things like this.
Not a problem.
Wish. Dreams.
Okay. One word for Sheffield.
Beautiful.
England. One word.
Amazing.
Okay. One word for music.
Phenomenal.
Oh, that was very quick. That came up very quick. One word for songwriter.
Tough.
And the last one now, one word for musician.
Happiness.
Actually, one more. One word for Bob Dylan.
The best.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your fiancée for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, define Frankie in one positive and one negative word only. What she would say about you?
I think she'd say, I'd like to think she would say that I'm caring.
Okay.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what else she'd say. I've never really thought about it before. I think she'd say complicated, I think.
Okay. Let's play now, Frankie and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, so before you ask me the question, you know, when people, they come to see your gigs, they come to see your performing, what's something that would you like people to take with them when they leave, you know, when they go home? What's something that you wanted or to make sure or you would love them to take with them?
I'd like them to come away with a thought maybe that they've not had before. Like maybe a thought-provoking kind of, in a way.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, ask me a question now, Frankie.
Yeah, I did write something down actually, because I knew I'd forget. Yeah, what is your most, and this can be a serious answer or a comedic answer, what is your most controversial opinion?
Oh my God, good question, actually. Great question. Put me in the spot now. Wow, controversial opinion. My God, I was expecting that, Frank. You put me right in the spot. Wow, wow, I love it. Okay, the most controversial opinion that I have. I'm so open-minded that, you know, for me, it's so difficult to find something that's controversial, because for me, whatever people feel happy about it, whatever they say that make them feel the best of themselves, I just agree and I just, you know, support them.
Right, okay.
Okay, let me think about controversial. Wow, I love it. Something controversial that I somehow, wow. Right. Okay, I'm gonna answer that based in something that I learned in the show. Something that's okay. So I had an interview with a guy, a lovely man, that he said that he is a bisexual. Yeah, he had identified as a bisexual person. Before the interview, as I mentioned before, I'm very open-minded. I'm very understanding. Whatever people feel like, I'm there. I'm up for it.
Yeah.
But there was something about this topic that for me wasn't very clear. Of course, we have our stigmas, we have our things that, even though we support, but sometimes you go like, it wasn't very clear for me. So in other words, I never understood much about it. For me, I always thought about bisexual people, they always like something more, and maybe they could, play around with the other side as well. But after talking to him, the way he explained himself, he got a girlfriend, he creates adult content, and he does for both. So the way he explained to me, Frankie, I can tell you, my God, he literally opened my mind regarding that. I answered that because for me it was very controversial, because for me somehow opened my mind regarding that. Because for me, the way he explained how he can perform within both sides, and he can be very happy, and he can, and the way he explained to me, he made me break this stigma in my mind that I always had. So back to your question, I think the most controversial thing for me, it was about that, because maybe it wasn't, but for me it was controversial because for me it wasn't very clear. As I said, not that I didn't believe, I believe that they could be, but for me it wasn't very clear. I just couldn't take the whole message, and the way he explained to me broke the stigma that I have in my head, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, I would answer this way because it's a controversial topic that maybe some are not, but for me it was at the time, and now for me became something not controversial, made something more clear for me. I like your question, it made me think, and I love it. So yeah, I would go for this answer for sure.
Thank you, I appreciate your answer.
Amazing. Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, it was good. I've totally blanked on the word association, but that's my ADHD for you. It proves I'm a real person.
Of course. No, trust me, it happened a lot. Sometimes we answer question, the spot can be a bit tricky because you just, you don't find the right word straight away. Thanks again, Frank. It was amazing to connect with you. Since when I approached you online on social media, you are very kind and very sweet. And I think that's what life is about, for you to be able to connect with people. You never know who is watching this interview right now. And I think the power of saying yes can take you in different directions. I love the way, you're very open about talking about, your addiction in the past and how happy you are right now with your missus and your child as well. And I think that's what life is about, for us to be happy and, our passion, your music as well. And I think that's the best way to be. So thanks again for taking the time for the interview. I appreciate your time for sure.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate you.
Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I did write something down actually. It's a quote by my favorite journalist, Hunter S. Thompson. And it's the quote that basically got my brain going into thinking that maybe I don't want to do a normal job and I need to do a lot of, especially with men, I feel like there's a lot of stigma around what is a man. And to me, this is the quote. So the quote is, "Who is the happier man? He who has braved the storm of life and lived, or he who has stayed securely on shore and merely existed."
Wow.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I think, being a man, there are a lot of stigmas there that, society put it there. It's sometimes difficult for us to break through. But I think with the social media and people, sharing their stories, I think it somehow help others to break the stigmas and see that we are men. We are able to cry, we are able to laugh, to love, to, to be able to do everything that maybe society told us that was wrong about being a man. So it's a great one. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Thanks again. Regards to your fiancé, to your child, and your family and friends, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.